The old quilt Mama made still rests upon the chair, with patches from our younger days and love in every square. There were pieces from her Sunday dress and Daddy's faded shirt. Every stitch became a story of the joy and of the hurt. Time may wear the fabric and the colors may grow thin, but every thread still holds the warmth of where my heart begins. The old quilt Mama made still wraps my soul tonight, like a prayer beside the window, like a candle burning bright. The old quilt Mama made still keeps the cold away, and every golden memory feels close enough to stay. She would sew beside the lamplight when the evenings settled low, while the radio played softly songs from long ago. Grandma told us little stories, Daddy smiled across the room, and the house was full of mercy in that warm and humble gloom. Now the room is standing quiet, and the years have moved along, but I still feel their love around me when I hear an old sweet song. The old quilt Mama made still wraps my soul tonight, like a prayer beside the window, like a candle burning bright. The old quilt Mama made still keeps the cold away, and every golden memory feels close enough to stay. Ooh, the threads remain. Ooh, through joy and pain. Ooh, every melody brings my family back to me. If I could hold one evening from the house that raised my soul, I would thank the Lord for little hands that made the broken whole. For love is like a covering when the nights are hard and long. It keeps us warm through memories and through every old time song. brings my family back to me. So when the night grows colder and the old song softly plays, I hold the love she stitched for me in the old quilt Mama made.
Where the dogwood blooms by the chapel gate, and the red clay road meets the pasture plain, there's an old wood bench beneath a maple tree, where heavy hearts learned how to breathe. Alma Ruth lived by the tobacco field, with a garden fence and a faith made real. She had flour on her hands and lines on her face, from years of holding sorrow up to grace. Her daddy built the chapel long ago, with cedar boards and windows low, but time had leaned the steeple to the side, and rain came through when the storms would rise. One summer night when the lightning fell, fire took half the chapel bell. The pews were charred and the hymn books gone, but Alma stood there at the break of dawn. She said, Lord, I don't know what can be saved from ashes, smoke, and yesterday, but if your mercy still needs broken things, then use these boards for offering. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar and a love that would not fail. When the road grew lonely, when the night fell full, God met his children on that prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel. Alma pulled the strongest planks aside, sanded down the edges black with fire, took two legs from a broken pew and made a bench where the dogwood grew. She set it out beneath the morning sky with a little hand-painted wooden sign. If your words are gone, sit here a while. The Father hears what tears compile. First came May from the dairy road with a basket full of laundry clothes. She sat down quiet at 3:30 and cried for her son across the sea. Then came Ruthie from the Mill Creek line with a tired heart and bills behind. She held her breath like shame was near, till Alma brought sweet tea and disappeared. Nobody preached, nobody cried, nobody asked what hurt inside, but every soul that sat down there felt heaven bend low through the country air. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar and a love that would not fail. When the road grew lonely, when the night felt full, God met his children on that prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel. One October when the Her coat was thin, her eyes were wide, and fear walked close on either side. She had a note folded in her hand, said, "I've made a mess I don't understand. My mama says I've lost my way, and I don't know how to kneel and pray." Alma sat beside her in the shade, let the wind move slow through the maple blades, then said, "Child, grace is not afraid of anything you bring today." The girl broke down by the chapel stone, said, "I thought the Lord had left me alone." Alma whispered, "He was on the road, carrying you before you even know." Sometimes the church has walls and bells, sometimes it's where a tired heart tells the truth they carried far too long, and finds the Lord was there all along. Sometimes the altar is a field, sometimes the sermon is learning to heal, sometimes forgiveness starts to rise through tear-wet sleeves and honest eyes. A burnt oak or a dogwood bloom, a quiet place with enough room, a faithful woman, a maple tree, and Jesus listening tenderly. By spring the chapel stood again, with fresh white paint and a roof that mended, but nobody moved that bench away from the dogwood shade where the children played. There were names carved small beneath the seat, initials worn by rain and heat, a ribbon tied for a baby born, a little cross for a family torn. Alma's hands grew weak with time, but her heart still rang like Sunday chimes. And every morning when the dew was new, she prayed for folks she never knew. Then one dawn when the fields were gold and the maple leaves began to fold, Alma smiled by the chapel door and went to rest on the brighter shore. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar and a love that would not fail. Now the women sing when the church bells pull, and the children gather where the shade is cool. There is healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the Lord still lives. There's a wooden table by the kitchen wall, where we bowed our heads when the evening called. Not much money, but enough to share, and a whole lot of love in a simple prayer. Daddy worked hard with his calloused hands. Mama kept faith when we couldn't understand. Every plate had a story, every chair had a name, and every hard day ended just the same. We didn't have much, but we had enough when the Lord filled the room with love. There was grace at the supper table, peace in the candlelight, hope in the hands that held us through every troubled night. There was joy in the little years rolled on and the house grew still. That old dirt road lies beyond the hill. But when life gets heavy and I lose my way, I hear those voices when I start to pray. I've sat at tables where the lights were bright, but none felt holy like those country nights where broken people found a place to belong, and mercy sounded like an old church song. Now I know what my heart still needs is the simple truth that raised me. There was grace at the supper table, peace in the candlelight, hope in the hands that held us through every troubled night. There was joy in the little things, faith when the road got hard, and I still carry every blessing deep down in my heart. No silver plates, no golden room, just thankful hearts and a humble tune. And somehow heaven felt so near every time we gathered there. There was grace at the supper table, peace in the candlelight, hope in the hands that held us through every troubled night. There was joy in the little things, faith when the road got hard, and I still carry every blessing deep down in my heart. I still carry every blessing deep down in my heart.
The evening train to Carolina was rolling through the pines, with the sunset in the windows and your hand held close to mine. There were old songs in the carriage, there were prayers beneath the steam, and the world outside was glowing like a picture from a dream. We were young and full of wonder, with no worries on our way, and every mile of silver track felt like grace beneath the day. Take me back to Carolina on that evening train again, where the old songs filled the silence like a long-lost faithful friend. Take me back to Carolina, where the golden memories shine. Every rail beneath that sunset still leads your heart to mine. There were letters in your suitcase, there were flowers in your hair, there were dreams beyond the mountains floating gently through the air. You were laughing by the window, I was singing soft and low, and I never felt more certain than the night we watched it glow. Now the years have crossed the distance, and the stations changed their name, but every whistle in the evening still calls me back the same. Take me back to Carolina on that evening train again, where the old songs fill the silence like a long-lost faithful friend. Take me back to Carolina, where the golden memories shine. Every rail beneath that sunset still leads your heart to mine. Ooh, Carolina light, ooh, soft into the night. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. If time would give one journey through those hills of green and gold, I would hold your hand more gently and let the evening slowly unfold. For love is like a railway, it may bend beyond the view, but every song that travels finds its way back home to you. Take me back to Carolina on that evening train again, where the old songs fill the silence like a long-lost faithful friend. Take me back to Carolina, where the golden memories shine. Every rail beneath that sunset still leads your heart to mine. Take me back to Carolina, where our simple dreams were true, where every prayer beneath the stars was leading me to you. Ooh, Carolina light, ooh, soft into the night. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the old train calls me and the evening stars align, I'll meet you in Carolina on that golden railroad line.
At Mercy Junction, where the real grass grows and the evening sun turns the dust road gold, there's a fiddle case beneath a chapel chair, holding songs that waited there. Naomi Grace grew up by the track with a ribbon in her hair and a fiddle on her back. Her mama played hymns when the day was done, while the porch boards warmed in the setting sun. They play for weddings, wakes and rain, for babies born in heart Every note had a tender sound, like heaven leaning toward the ground. But grief came through on a winter night, left the farmhouse quiet and the windows white. Naomi closed that fiddle case and couldn't bear to touch its grace. She said, Lord, I know the song is true, but my hands don't know what to do. How can music rise again from a heart that broke where love had been? There was a song in the fiddle case at Mercy Junction, waiting through the silence, waiting through the pain. Not loud for glory, not played for fame, just a mother's prayer calling mercy by name. When the strings lay quiet, when the road felt long, God kept breathing through an unfinished song. Spring came slow with the dogwood bloom, but the church stood cold in an empty room. The roof had leaked through the March hard rain, and the choir book smelled of dust and stain. The town planned supper by the railroad side to raise some boards and restore some light, but nobody knew who would play that night, since Naomi's fiddle had stayed out of sight. Oh, Miss Pearl came knocking at noon with biscuits wrapped in a gospel tune. She said, child, sorrow can close a door, but grace keeps knocking a little more. Naomi looked toward the cedar chair where her mama's case was resting there, and found a note beneath the bow, written years ago. It said, when your heart forgets how to sing, let the Lord tune every broken string. A song surrendered through your tears can carry hope for someone else to hear. There was a song in the fiddle case at Mercy Junction, waiting through the silence, waiting through the pain. Not loud for glory, not played for fame, just a mother's prayer calling mercy by name. When the strings lay quiet, when the road felt long, God kept breathing through an unfinished song. That evening came with lantern light, folding chairs and fireflies bright. Women from the chapel gathered near, with soft harmonies brave and clear. Naomi stood by the flatbed stage with trembling hands and a tear-stained page. The first note shook like a leaf in wind, and the second one found home again. The fiddle cried, but it did not break. It rose like dawn on a sleeping lake, and every heart beneath those stars felt grace move through its hidden scars. A widow smiled by the lemonade, a tired child stopped being afraid, and Naomi knew as the chorus grew, her mama's faith was still coming through. Sometimes the Lord heals slow and kind, through things we thought we left behind. A wooden bow, a weathered case, a melody touched by grace. Sometimes the wound becomes the place where someone else can see his face. Sometimes the tears we could not hide become the river mercy rides. A song once buried, a prayer once still, can bloom again by the Father's will. There was a song in the fiddle case at Mercy Junction, waiting waiting through the silence, waiting through the pain. Not loud for glory, not play for fame, just a mother's prayer, calling mercy by name. Now every Sunday when the church bells ring, Naomi plays and the women sing. The roof is mended, windows shine, and broken hearts keep finding time. There is a song in the fiddle case at Mercy Junction, proof that God restores what sorrow tried to take. When the strings lay quiet, when the road feels long, heaven is still breathing through an unfinished song. At Mercy Junction, where the rail grass grows, the evening sun still turns the dust road gold. A mother's prayer, a daughter's hand, a song rose up across the land. There was healing, there was mercy in the fiddle case at Mercy Junction.
The summer fair on Maple Street had lights above the square, with music from the old bandstand floating through the evening air. You were standing by the carousel with ribbons in your hair, and I knew my heart had found a home the moment I saw you there. We were young and full of dreaming, with no worry in our eyes, and every little golden light looked like heaven in disguise. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. There were children chasing fireflies, there were pies upon the stand, there were church bells in the distance, and your hand inside my hand. We were laughing by the Ferris wheel as the stars began to show, and the whole town felt like music in the summer evening glow. Now the fairgrounds may be empty and the lights may fade from view, but every song from long ago still leads me back to you. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. Maple Street, ooh, where our hearts would meet. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. Time would light those lanterns one more evening in the square, I would hold your hand more gently and thank God I found you there. For love is not a season that disappears with rain. It lives inside the old songs and brings the fair back again. Take me back to Maple Street, where the old songs used to play, where the summer fair was shining and love found us that day. Take me back to Maple Street, where the golden memories stay. Every time the music rises, I go back to yesterday. Take me back to Maple Street, where our simple dreams were true, where every light and every song still brings me back to you. Ooh, Maple Street, ooh, where our hearts would meet. Ooh, every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the summer evening turns the sky to amber light, I'll meet you at the fair again on Maple Street tonight.
There were things I couldn't hide, all the guilt I kept inside. Every wrong I tried to run, still it followed where I'd gone. I was holding on to shame, calling out my own name, thinking I could never be anything but what I'd seen. You forgave me first, before I knew all the things your love could do. Every sin, every scar couldn't keep me from your heart. You forgave me first, set me free from the weight inside of me. Now I know what I must do. I will learn to forgive too. Now I see a different way. I don't have to live that way. All the hurt I used to hold, I can finally let it go. You forgave me first, before I knew all the things your love could do. Every sin, every scar couldn't keep me from your heart. You forgave me first, set me free from the weight inside of me. Now I know what I must do. I will learn to forgive too. Not by strength, not by pride, but by love I lay aside. Every hurt, every pain, I release it all again. You live too. You forgave me first. You forgave me first. I can't replace. Every breath I take today is a blessing in its way. Little moments pass me by like the colors in the sky. In the quiet I can see all the good you give to me. For the little things you give, every day I get to live. Every smile, every sound, in your love I'm always found. For the small and simple ways you fill up my everyday, I will thank you, I will say, you are good in every way. Quiet grace. For the little things you give, every day I get to live. Every smile, every sound, in your love I'm always found. For the small and simple ways you fill up my everyday, I will thank you, I will say, you are good in every way. But in every breath I breathe. For the little things you give, every day I get to live. Every smile, every sound, in your love I'm always found. For the small and simple ways you fill up my everyday, I will thank you, I will say, you are good in every way. You are good in every way. Down by the chapel, where the red dirt road runs past the cotton and the fields of gold, there's an old pine pew where the sunlight falls, and a quiet story written on the walls. Clara Beth cleaned the church each Friday night with a kerosene lamp and a bucket of white. She swept the floor where the prayers had been then locked the door when the moon rolled in. She knew every hymn book, every window crack, every name carved in the pews out back, every tear that had fallen on that altar rail, every whispered hope too tired to tell. But one cold morning after county rain, she found muddy footprints by the window pane, and under the third pew, tucked from view, sat a little pair of worn-out shoes. The leather was split, the laces were gone, but somehow they looked like they had carried someone home. Clara bowed low with the broom in her hand and felt the Lord speak where she didn't understand. There were shoes beneath the church pew, covered up in clay, like a prayer that walked through trouble just to find a place to stay. Not a sermon in the rafters, not a choir dressed in blue, just mercy waiting quietly in those shoes beneath the church pew. When the world walks hard and the road cuts through, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. Sunday dawn, the town had heard of muddy shoes and a silent word. Some folks wondered who had slipped inside, some just shook their heads and passed on by. And little Annie from the Mill Road bend came walking in with her mama's friend. Her dress was torn, her eyes looked down like she carried every whisper in town. Clara saw the child's bare feet, cold from the gravel, bruised from the street, and without one question, without one sound, she took her shawl and wrapped it around. The preacher paused near the altar flame, but Clara gently called Annie's name, said, "Child, the Lord don't measure grace by polished shoes or a perfect place." The room grew still, the fiddle would have cried had it been there playing by the old church side, and every heart that had judged too soon saw heaven shining underneath that pew. Church pew, covered up in clay, like a prayer that walked through trouble just to find a place to stay. Not a sermon in the rafters, not a choir dressed in blue, just mercy waiting quietly in those shoes beneath the church pew. When the world walks hard and the road cuts through, Jesus still sees the journey in the shoes beneath the church pew. The next week brought a winter wind, smoke hung low where the barns leaned thin. Annie's mama worked the laundry line, hands cracked open by the lying time. Folks began leaving by the chapel door, boots and coats they could spare no more. A Sunday hat, a sack of flour, a warm wool blanket for the midnight hour. Nobody signed a single name, nobody came to receive their praise. They just laid love where the dust had been and let the Lord do the gathering. By spring the church had opened wide, a little room on the northern side with shelves of bread and hand-me-down clothes and wildflowers planted in tidy rows. Sometimes grace wears Sunday white, sometimes it walks through mud at night, sometimes it comes with empty hands, still trusting God has bigger plans. Sometimes the lost don't need advice, just a door left open and a little light, a cup of soup, a place to cry, a faithful heart standing nearby. And every soul that's worn and used, every road with the bitter bruise can find the Savior waiting too, beside the shoes beneath the church pew. the red dirt road runs past the cotton and the fields of gold.
The night we found forever, the stars were hanging low, with the radio playing softly and the river moving slow. You were standing in the moonlight with a smile I still recall, and I knew my heart had answered when I heard your sweet voice call. We had no golden fortune, no promise carved in stone, but love was in the silence, and it made the night our own. The night we found forever still shines inside my soul, like an old song in the distance, like a fire that won't grow cold. The night we found forever still brings me back to you. Every time the music rises, I feel that love come through. There were fireflies around us, there were flowers by the road, there were prayers beneath the quiet only young hearts could hold. You would laugh and call me darling, I would sing your favorite line, and the whole world felt like heaven in that tender summertime. Now the years keep moving onward, and the roads have changed their view, but every night with stars above me still reminds my heart of you. The night we found forever still shines inside my soul, like an old song in the distance, like a fire that won't grow cold. The night we found forever still brings me back to you. Every time the music rises, I feel that love come through. Forever stays through the passing days. Every melody brings your love back home. If time would give one evening from the days when love was new, I would hold your hand more gently and whisper I still do. For love is not a memory that disappears with dawn. It lives inside the old songs and keeps on carrying on. The night we found forever still shines inside my soul, like an old song in the distance, like a fire that won't grow cold. The night we found forever that still lights up my way. Forever stays through the passing days. Every melody brings your love back home to me. So when the old songs play tonight and the stars begin to bloom, I'll meet you in forever, where my heart first found you. Inside, like a whisper calling out my name, gently saying I'm not the same. Every step that I have walked, every truth I never thought, led me closer to this place, surrounded by a deeper grace. I can hear it rising now, like a promise, like a vow. Voices of grace surround me, lifting my soul so gently. Every word, every sound feels like heaven all around. Voices of hope inside me, singing so softly, kindly. Now I know, now I see, this is where I'm meant to be.
words to blend all the things I've done and said, running softly through my head. Some were right and some were wrong, some were weak and some were strong. Still I know through all of it, you were there, you never quit. As I lay me down tonight, I will rest within your light. Every worry fades away as I choose to trust and pray. As I close my weary eyes, I release what's in my mind. In your care I now remain, till the morning comes again. Take the things I couldn't change, every loss and every pain. Hold them in your loving hands, just the way you always planned. As I lay me down tonight, I will rest within your light. Every worry fades away as I choose to trust and pray. As I close my weary eyes, I release what's in my mind. In your care I now remain, till the morning comes again. Watch over me through the night, keep me safe till morning light. Every breath, every dream, resting in your peace serene. As I lay me down tonight, I will rest within your light. Every worry fades away as I choose to trust and pray. As I lay me down tonight, in the quiet of my soul, when I feel I've lost control, there's a voice that gently says, I am with you always. Through the trials and the pain, through the loss and through the gain, there's a truth that will remain. He is with me always. He is always there joy to hide. Every step I take today feels like walking in His grace. All the weight I used to feel, now I know His love is real. Every worry fades away when I lift my voice and say, clap your hands and sing out loud, let His name be lifted proud. From the valley to the sky, lift your voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in, let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same, there is power in His name. Much more. In His love I'm standing free, that's the way it's meant to be. Clap your hands and sing out loud, let His name be lifted proud. From the valley to the sky, lift your voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in, let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same, there is power in His name. Your voice and testify. Clap your hands, don't hold it in, let His joy begin again. Every heart can feel the same, there is power in His name. Clap your hands and sing. Clap your hands and sing. There's a crossroads by morning light, where the dust road meets the pines, and every soul that wanders there leaves something lost behind. Rebecca Lynn drove an old blue Ford with a cracked windshield and a heavy load. She cleaned motel rooms by the interstate and carried dreams that had learned to wait. Her mama's Bible rode beside her seat, with pressed wildflowers between Luke and 3. And every time the engine shook, she'd lay one hand upon that book. She wasn't running from the Lord, just from the girl she was before. But mercy has a patient way of finding hearts that drift away. At the crossroads by morning light, grace came walking through the night. at the crossroads by morning light. One cold evening near the county line, she found a note from her son, age 9, folded small in a lunchbox tin, saying, "Mama, when are you coming home again?" She sat alone beneath the gas station sign, counting all the things she couldn't make right. Work had taken more than it gave, and worry dug a deeper grave. Then the radio played an old church hymn, the one her daddy used to sing back then. And somewhere under neon rain, she whispered softly, "Lord, I'm ashamed." At the crossroads by morning light, grace came walking through the night, past the shame, past the fear, past every mile that brought her here. When the road split wide and she couldn't choose right, Jesus met Rebecca at the crossroads by morning light. She drove till dawn through the rolling hills, past tobacco barns and windowsills, past a white church with a leaning sign that read, "Come home, child, there's still time." At the crossroads where the old road bent, she pulled aside where the rail fence went, and watched the sunrise touch the field, like heaven teaching wounds to heal. She called her boy with a trembling voice, said, "Baby, mama's making a better choice." And through the lines so small and clear, he said, "I pray that you'd come back here." Some roads are paved with good intent, some with sorrow and money spent. Some lead far, some lead wrong, some bring the prodigal home by song. And every turn we're scared to take, every honest prayer we're afraid to make, is held by hands that never fail, by the Savior walking every trail. At the crossroads by morning light, grace came walking through the night, past the shame, past the fear, past every mile that brought her here. When the road split wide and she couldn't choose right, Jesus met Rebecca at the crossroads by morning light. At the crossroads by morning light, broken dreams began to rise, not because the past was gone, but because His mercy carried on. So when you stand where two roads divide, let the Lord be your compass and His love be your guide. Past the gravel, past the rain, grace was calling her by name. Jesus met Rebecca at the crossroads by morning light.